Oh, here we go.
Statements made in this presentation are forward-looking statements that are subject to risks and uncertainties. Actual results
go.
may differ materially from those projected. More details can be found in the written
That
materials.
is a long financial statement. I'm not reading that whole thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, here, everywhere, online, around the world, outer space, I'm Franz.
Ooh. Starting off with Franz.
And on behalf of everybody at Tesla, welcome to We Robot. Just want to thank Warner Brothers for hosting us here. As you know, this is the birthplace of many epic films, many of them depicting a vision of the future. We're here tonight to experience that future.
Let's see if I can boost it. It's a little
That
quiet.
is closer than you think. And who better than Elon, right, to show us that future? So it looks like Elon's on his way, so let's welcome him up here.
Where is Elon coming from? Oh, boy. Here we go. All right, there's the volume up. I think this stream's just really quiet. Okay, so that does look like the yellow one that we saw. Surprisingly like it. Stainless steel. Swoopy. Aerodynamic. Only 2 doors, though. I like the rear light. That's looking pretty similar to the Highland Model S or Model 3 that I have. No steering wheel. Saw that. Big screen. That is a crazy laser headlight. What's going on there? I wonder if that's real or if that's just for the demo. He's riding in a car that a robot's driving. Okay, it's got crazy doors. Lamborghini doors. Okay. I wouldn't expect anything less from Elon.
Welcome. Welcome to the We Robot Party. So we have quite a show for you tonight. I think you're gonna like it. As you can see, I just arrived in the Robotaxi, the Cybercab, and there's 20 more where that came from.
20. Oh, are they going to give demo rides?
So they've been traveling. There's no people in them, as you can see. The car's just going by with no people.
Oh my God, they're just going to drive them around.
And we have 50 fully autonomous cars here tonight.
Okay, let's boost it a little bit more. See if that's better.
Model Ys and the Cybercab.
Cybercab.
Full driverless. You'll be able to take a ride in the Cybercab. There's no steering wheel or pedals.
Those are crazy
So I
looking.
hope this goes well. We'll find out.
We'll find out. Okay.
So So
He's got to have a surprise, right?
you see a lot of sci-fi movies where the future is dark and dismal, where it's not a future you want to be in. So, like, I love Blade Runner, but I don't know if we want that future. I think we want that duster he's wearing, but not the bleak apocalypse. We want
So he's got the leather jacket and he's got his Giga Texas belt buckle.
That if you could look in a crystal ball and see the future, you'd be like, yes, I wish I could be there now. That's what we want. So when we think about transport today, there's a lot of kind of pain that we take for granted that we think is normal. Like having to drive around LA in like 3 hours of traffic. Yeah, and people that live in LA, I mean, try to get from Pasadena to, El Segundo during rush hour is like, you can fly to, another city faster.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so quiet. Hold on, let me try and reload this.
And you have to drive the whole way. Unless you're in a Tesla, of course. Tesla already does quite well at this. Supervised self-driving.
I think it's just the stream is quiet.
So supervised full self-driving is actually working quite well. I'm sure there's people in the crowd, you're using that.
Because the music was good.
So
I used FSD today. I went to Costco and back, and I barely touched the steering wheel.
To unsupervised full self-driving, where the car, you could fall asleep and wake up at your destination. So, but there's also a challenge for a lot of people that cars cost too much. I mean, when you factor in everything that goes into a car, and the car insurance, and the car payments, and the storage of the car, it's
he said years ago that your Tesla, you'd be able to like send it out and have it.
Like how often how many hours a week?
Robotaxi for you. So this is not a new idea for him.
Your average passenger car is only used about 10 hours a week out of 168 hours. So the vast majority of the time, cars are just doing nothing. But if they're autonomous, they could be used, I don't know, 5 times more, maybe.
The real challenge with this is the logistics of like keeping them clean and making sure people don't throw up in them and stuff. Same problem with like using your car as an Uber.
5 times as much value, maybe 10 times as much value. There's 168 hours in the week, and like I said, only 10 of them are used for driving. So and then a bunch of those hours are looking for a parking spot, which is, can be pretty annoying at times. So we want with autonomy, you get your time back. This is a very big deal. So it's not just it'll save lives, like a lot of lives, and prevent injuries. I think we'll see autonomous cars become 10 times safer than a human.
I mean, part's probably true.
Times past where there used to be an elevator.
We might already be there, honestly, with FSD.
Elevator. But once in a while they get tired.
People are really bad at driving, and they drive into things and each other all the time. And so if FSD doesn't,
now we have automated elevators.
Wouldn't take much to be better.
You press a button, and you don't even think about it. And it just takes you to the floor. And if you did see an elevator operator with a big relay switch, you'd be like, that's weird. Now, that's how cars will be. And it's not just the lives saved in injuries, but if you think about the cumulative time that people spend in a car and the time that they will get back, that they can now
you'll be able to spend all your time on X, doom scrolling forever.
Or watching a movie.
Which a lot of people do anyway.
Doing work or whatever you want to do. You can think of the car in an autonomous world as being like just a little lounge. You're just sitting in a comfortable little lounge.
Yeah, hanging out.
And you can
scrolling.
Do whatever you want while you're in this comfortable little lounge. And when you get out, you will be at your destination. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome.
People are going to get in their cars and have them drive them around, and it'll just be an office. They'll just be sitting there on their laptop working. So instead of going to a WeWork or whatever, you just are in your car.
Of autonomous
zooming around
will be so low that you can think of it like individualized mass transit. The average cost
These cars are,
of a bus per mile for a city.
I mean, it's like a Cybertruck and a
because that is subsidized, but the average price
Model X
is
had a
about
baby.
$1 a mile. Whereas the cost of Cybercab,
it's a huge trunk.
We think probably over time.
So actually, I really like the door that pops up like that. It'll be a lot easier to get in and out, and it'll also block from rain and stuff getting into the cab.
Probably ends up being 30 or
and
40
it looks
cents
cool.
a mile.
No, it won't
So,
block the
yes,
rain,
and
but
you will be able
it
to
still
buy
looks
one.
cool. Oh my god. You'll be able to buy one?
Yes, exactly. And
My own personal
we
robotaxi.
expect the cost to be below $30,000.
Well, expect is carrying a lot in
And I
that
think
sentence.
there'll be an interesting, business model where, like, let's say somebody is an, Uber or Lyft driver today, where they can actually sort of manage a fleet of cars, and sort of manage, I don't know, 10, 20 cars, and just sort of, take care of them like a shepherd tends their flock.
Y'all may not
So
remember this, but
your
I think
flock of
8 or 9
cars,
years ago, they did the
and you're the
solar
shepherd, and
roof
you take
launch
care of your
at
flock
the
of cars.
set of
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Desperate Housewives.
And
So he's used to Hollywood.
I think it's gonna be a glorious future. It's gonna be really something special.
If he brings Trump on stage, my head's
So-
gonna explode.
Yes, good, all excellent questions. So
They say when it's available.
we do expect actually to start fully autonomous, unsupervised FSD in Texas and California next year.
Okay.
And
Do I have to move to
that's
Texas
with the
now?
Model 3 and Model Y. And then we expect to be in production with the Cybercab, which is really highly optimized for autonomous transport in probably, well, I tend to be a little optimistic with timeframes.
No
But
kidding.
in 2026. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's
before 2027, let me put it that way.
for the end of 2027, more
we'll
likely.
make this vehicle in very high volume, and but well before that,
This is what they're building
you'll
Giga-Texas for.
Experience a robotic taxi via the Model 3 and Model Y program, and Model S and X too. But the Model the
Yeah,
the
S and
3
X are-
Y will be
feel like they're not getting
achieve,
any updates.
unsupervised full self-driving with permission in wherever regulators essentially approve it in the U.S. and then to follow in outside the U.S. So, and it's Cybertruck too. Yes, of course. Sorry, I don't want to forget. Yes. All our cars are basically.
All our cars. Cybertruck too.
All cars that we make.
So I'll be able to rent out my
Let's
new
not
Model
get
3
nuanced
Performance as a robotaxi, apparently.
All right, next slide.
He's so awkward.
So one of the reasons why.
Summary of what's happened so far.
the
Basically,
computer is so
Elon
much
showed up in
better
one of these crazy
than a person
robotaxis
that
and
we
is
have millions of
saying,
cars that are training.
they're going to have a
on driving.
robotaxi
So it's
service
like-
of the future, but they'll
it's
be
like living
personally
millions of lives
viable.
simultaneously and seeing
So there's
very
not a lot of detail
unusual
yet other than
situations that
these things
a
exist.
person in their entire lifetime would not see. But hopefully,
God, this has got to be some of the like Tesla
Yeah.
video of like people doing
Exactly.
crazy things.
so with that amount of training data, it's obviously going to be much better than what a human could be, because you can't live a million lives. And it's also, it can see in all directions simultaneously, and it doesn't get tired
Wow.
or text or any of those things. So
Yeah, I mean it
it will naturally be, like you said,
I was having a conversation with someone
10,
and it
20,
was
30
like
times safer than
FSD
humans.
as it is currently, even supervised,
reasons.
like people are going to text while they drive. People are going
I want
to
to emphasize that
have a few too many drinks and
the
drive.
solution that we have is
And FSD is
AI
better
vision.
than that.
So there's no
So
expensive equipment needed. So the Model 3 and Model Y and S and X that we make today will be capable of full autonomy unsupervised. And that means that our cost of producing the vehicle is low. Now we are
one of the things to
actually
note on
noticed
that is that if you
the
lower the speed
computer
and you keep
for
the
the
speed under like
Cybercab,
70 miles an hour or
so
even
our
50,
AI5
65
computer,
miles an hour, it's a lot easier for the car to deal with,
somewhat
but
overspec.
you'll be
and
on your
so I
phone,
think
so you won't
there's
care.
Actually, also an opportunity, sort of like an Amazon Web Services, where if the car's driving for 50 hours a week, there's still over 100 hours left, and there's a potential there to have a massive amount of distributed inference compute, where if you've got, like, say, a fleet of 100 million vehicles and a kilowatt
Yeah, this is
of
really interesting.
efficient inference compute, you have 100 gigawatts of compute, which is really quite substantial. And if it's there, you might as well use it. So
Who gets to use it,
so
Elon?
that I think
It's a
will make
new.
sense. So,
It's a new Tesla. It looked
all right.
like a.
So our autonomous
Model
future
Y.
is here.
He said there's like a
like said, we've
cyber.
got
The
50,000
cyber cab
driving
is like a
autonomously.
model.
We're trying to give you a sense of
Yeah, it's that
what
thing.
the cities will be like in the future. And when you get in, you'll see like it's really quite a
It's like a
wild
Model 3
experience
and a
just be in a
Cybertruck had a
car
baby.
with no steering wheel, no pedals, no controls, and it feels great.
The doors are wild.
So, and we have enough vehicles here, so everyone should be able to try it out and experience the set that we've built here. It's a very big set, so it's like really we've used I don't know 20, 30 acres or something like that. It's really big, so it goes on. The ride's long, and we set it up to feel like a ride, like a park ride. So it'll be
It's an
it'll be
amusement
cool.
park ride.
And you'll get to experience it tonight.
In like 10 years, this is going to seem so ridiculous that people were excited to ride in a.
Something we're also doing
Cab. It's
is,
like, oh, someone else is
and
driving.
It's
It's
really
so
high time we
exciting.
did this. Is inductive charging.
That's big.
So the robotaxi has no plug. It just,
Whoa,
goes
it's going
over
to
the
self-clean.
inductive
See, this is what I was
charger
talking about, the
and
logistics of it. You got to keep it
so,
clean.
yeah. It's kinda how it should
That's impressive.
be. Thanks, guys. I love you too.
Okay, so they built car cleaning robots.
One of the things that like is
It's a big
really
thing.
interesting is how will this affect the cities that we live in? And when you drive around a city, or when the car drives you around a city, you'll see there's a lot of parking lots. There's parking lots everywhere. Parking garages. And so what would happen if you have an autonomous
People
world
still
is that
want
you can
their
now
own car, but
turn
they'll be able to make it
parking
go away and
lots
then come back.
into parks. And so
From
we're
parking lots to
taking
parks.
the ing lot out of parking lot. Welcome.
Oh, Elon and his jokes.
So there's a lot of opportunity to create.
I don't know what people are booing about.
Green space in the cities that we live in.
Whoa, what is that? Oh, it's the minivan. It's the bus.
So that would be quite
What is
fantastic.
this thing?
Oh, and also, what happens if you need a vehicle that is bigger than a Model Y?
So this is like a semi kind of.
The Robovan. The
Robovan.
is
The Robovan. Oh my
this
god.
is we're going to make this, and it's going to look like that. Now, can you imagine going down the streets
Oh
and
my
you see
God.
this coming towards you?
Oh, okay.
Sick.
Party van.
So this can carry up to 20 people, and it can
Oh
also
my-
transport goods.
Oh
So
my
you can
god.
configure it for
Okay.
goods transport within a city.
This is a lot
or
more interesting than that little
transport of up to 20
robo-taxi
people
car.
at a time. So this is gonna, the Robovan is what's gonna solve for high density. So if you want to take a sports team somewhere, or you're looking to really get the
Yeah, I
cost
mean,
to
you can
travel
do
down
whatever you
to,
want with
I
it.
don't know, 5
It's just
10
that
cents a mile,
making it drive
then you
itself,
can
that's the key
use
part.
The Robovan.
And once you do that, you can do whatever you
Some
want.
people call it the Robovan, but so yeah. One of the things that we want to do, and we've seen this with the
Seatbelts?
Cybertruck, is we want to change the look of the roads. The future should look like the future.
The future should look like the future. I kind of like that, actually. Now, can it turn
So,
around without turning around? That'd be clever. Just switch direction.
Speaking of robots,
Optimus.
so everything we've developed for our cars, the batteries, power electronics, the advanced motors, gearboxes, the software.
I feel like he's really underselling this.
The AI inference computer, it all actually applies to a humanoid robot. It's the same techniques. It's just a robot with arms and legs instead of a robot with
boy.
wheels.
We robot.
And we've made a lot of progress
I don't know if this is terrifying or not.
with Optimus. And as you can see, we started up with someone in a robot suit, sort of down, and then we've progressed dramatically year after year.
It's only kind of creepy.
So if you extrapolate this, you're really going to have something spectacular. something that anyone could own. So you could have your own personal R2-D2 C-3PO.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's
think
super useful, but
at scale,
it's really creepy.
this would cost something like, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000.
Yeah, they don't want anyone
Less-
touching these
less
things,
than
I
a
think.
car, is
'Cause
my
it'll fall
prediction
over.
long term. Now, it'll take us a minute
Maybe.
to get to the long term, but
Autonomous
but
assistant
fundamentally, at
humanoid
scale,
friend.
the Optimus
Okay.
robot, you should be able to buy an Optimus robot for, I think, probably $20,000 to $30,000 long term. So, and what can it do? It'll basically do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids. It can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries.
Anything a human can do.
Just be your friend, serve drinks,
Just be your friend.
whatever you can think of.
My robot
it will
friend.
do.
And they're all going to have
And, yeah, it's
ridiculous
gonna be
names
awesome.
like people name their Teslas.
And I think this will be the biggest product ever of any kind.
I mean, he's right. 100% he's right. If they can pull that off, just even in manufacturing.
Because I think everyone, of the 8 billion people of Earth, I think everyone's going to want their Optimus buddy. And there's going to be maybe two. And then there'll be...
I mean, there's a lot of really like crappy
research
jobs in there.
products
Like,
and services.
you know, I just went to Costco and I had to
I
bring
predict
in all the
actually,
stuff that I bought at
why don't
Costco
we
from the car. And that's really annoying. And if I had a
address
robot to do that, that'd be
risks of
sweet.
digital superintelligence. 80% will 80% probability of a good outcome. Look on the bright side.
So
Company's
he's going to
80%
launch a fleet
The
of Optimuses
cost
to
of
Mars. That
products
like
and
that's what
services
he's going to
will
do, right? So they're going to launch them to the moon. They're going to launch them to Mars, and they're going to build the base for the
basically
humans.
anyone will be able to have
Yeah.
any products and services
100%. That's what he's going to do. I bet.
It will be an age of abundance, the likes of which people have not, almost no one has envisioned. It'll be something special.
Yeah, like I said, the robots.
So
It's like every sci-fi.
one
The
of
first
things we
half of it,
wanted
when everything's
to
great
show
with the
tonight
robots, just
was,
ignore the second half where it all goes to
that
hell.
Optimus is not a canned video. It's not walled off. The Optimus robots will walk among you. Please be nice to the Optimus robots. So you'll be able to walk right up to them, and they'll serve drinks at the bar.
Oh my God. If Optimus is making drinks, that'll be.
And you'll directly, I mean, that's just, it's a wild experience just to have humanoid robots. And
Again, this is the thing that it's
yeah,
like
you just
riding the
get
robotaxi
running.
around right now is an exciting thing, and in
So,
15 or 20 years
yeah,
won't be.
With that,
Having your drinks served by a robot is the same thing. I bet.
let's party. I love you guys too. If you look at that gazebo over there,
Oh my God, there's robots.
let's get the party started.
Are the robots gonna dance? Oh my God. That song is from Iron Man 2. Wow. I mean, it's a lot more useful to like send them into a, you know, cobalt mine or something to do something terrible, but dancing is fun too. Oh my God. Elon, you're such a dork. I mean, it is really impressive that they're able to stand up and move around like that. It's a good demo. It's really hard to do. They're opening a charging drive-in movie theater thing in Hollywood that sort of looks like that. That's supposed to have like food and stuff in a diner. If they have Optimuses rolling around giving people food, heads are going to explode. And you can just sort of see it. You can see how he's going to lay this out. wonder if you can ride the Robovan. It would be more impressive with the Robovan if it can change direction on its own. Because with that, you know, which is the front, which is the back? You don't know. It doesn't matter. No, they're done dancing. Goodbye. Is that it? Maybe. So now all these things are going to roll up, and they said they've got like 20 of them, and they're going to give people demo rides. So it looks like size of a Model 3. It's got a huge trunk, stainless steel. And basically, it is a Model 3, right? All right, let's go back. Let's go back. So here's Elon coming up. You know, some of the stuff that jumps out at me, okay, it's got the Cybertruck front with the light strip going across, but it also lights up. My neighbor Optimus. So that's the guy from the SpaceX suit. The car opens the door when he gets there, so it sees him. Doors open up like crazy. And he's got a little Model 1. Oh no, it's showing on the screen what it's doing. Okay. Now playing Wii Robot. Yeah, so it, you know, it's basically looks like a Model 3 with no steering wheel or pedals running FSD. Some version of FSD, unsupervised. Turn signal. So it's got... Okay. I'm just trying to look at the car seats stuff that I missed the first time. No mirrors, because you wouldn't need those. Yeah, that laser light. Okay, this thing here, right? This... Let me move myself. Nope, not that. There we go. So this laser light thing here is interesting. I'm not sure what's going on, if that's just to... It might be showing how far it'll drive forward at the moment. Like this is like meant to be feedback to people, or maybe it's like an intense form of light for the cameras to see, like if there's lane markings on the road or something. That's interesting. But I have talked to a lot of companies about that are trying to figure out ways to give feedback to people that are not in the car for what the car's intentions are, and that might be what that is to show the bicyclist, right? Because if we go back. So it's just a regular headlight on the ground. But then as it pulls up, I think that might be for the cameras. It's like scanning for... Yeah, I think that's for the cameras. It's something to do with being at night. Make sure it doesn't hit something. Or to illuminate its path, something like that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but I think that's what that is. It's something so the cameras can see. That may just be to look cool. But so that's one of the things about the cameras, is that there are limitations to the cameras and there's stuff that they can't see. But if you had like the little laser or special light illuminators to make sure that the stuff that was in front of you was working, or that it could see it, that could be interesting. All right, so he's doing his thing. He's talking. They got all the cabs. So there's there more than one version? No, they're all the same.
There's no steering wheel or
I
pedals.
think they're all the same. And we go forward. We want a world.
Try to get from
Today's transportation is bad. Yeah, we know. People text and drive. They shouldn't. Parking lots, blah, blah, blah. That's a little further far ahead. He wants to get over the ing and lot from parking lot.
Like the average cost of a bus per mile for a city, not the ticket price because that is subsidized, but the average price is about $1 a mile. Whereas the cost of cybercab.
All right, hold on. Let's back up a little bit.
That you can think of it like individualized mass
Let's get the
transit.
kid. Okay, so it does have seatbelts.
The average cost of a bus per mile for a city, not the ticket price because that is subsidized, but the average.
All right, so the car pulls up, sets the temperature you want. That's all set from the app. Okay, so it's good amount of space in the back. Is it only 2 seats?
Over time, the operating cost is probably going to be around 20 cents.
Yeah, that might be. Looks like there's just 2 seats.
Including taxes and everything else, probably ends up being
Which is
30 or 40 cents a mile.
I mean, if they're cheap enough,
So, yes,
you just
you
get
won't
2
be
of them
able
if you have
to buy
more people.
Yes, exactly.
All right, a lot of space in the back, 2 seats.
And,
Interesting.
We expect the cost to be below $30,000. And I think there'll be an interesting, business model where, like, let's say somebody is in.
Yeah, I mean, the safer thing, that's for sure true. FSD is safer. And these videos are straight from the dash cams, right? Showing crazy people driving, people rolling out in front of you.
On driving, so it's like living millions of lives.
Interesting.
simultaneously and seeing very unusual
Yeah, there's just craziness. I mean,
situations that a person in their entire life.
people are terrible drivers. This video, if nothing else, is why people are such terrible drivers and
Yeah, exactly.
evidence that FSD is
So
important.
it's
Because all of these are
with that
deal.
amount of
You can
training
the
data,
FSD can deal with all of this
much better than
a lot better than people can.
because you can't live
Um,
no pedals, no controls. This future is here. As I said, we've got 50 Teslas driving autonomously. We're trying to give you a sense of what cities will be like in the future. And when you get in, you'll see like it's really quite a wild experience to just be in a car with no steering wheel. No pedals.
yeah, I mean, you look at the inside, and it's literally a Model 3. The same thing. It's literally a Model 3 without steering wheel or pedals. So, they've taken the Cybertruck and steer by wire and everything, and they've put that in there.
And it feels great. So, and we have enough vehicles here, so everyone should be able to try it out and experience the set that we've built here. It's a very big set, so it's like really we've used.
And people freak out because the Robovan shows up.
So that would
So
be
it's got red
quite
stripes in the
fantastic.
back.
Oh, and also, what
Yeah,
what
I think
happens if you
I think
need
it
a
can change
vehicle
directions.
That, is
Looking at
bigger
it.
than a Model Y.
No, it's not. It's different at the front. Okay, so it's got one direction.
The Robovan. The Robovan is we're going to make this, and it's going to look like that.
That's hilarious
Can
that
you
he has to
imagine going
clarify.
down
Oh
the
yeah,
streets
we're gonna
and
make
you see
this.
this
Just so you
coming
know,
towards you?
this is a real thing.
That'd be sick.
I'm assuming that's stainless steel.
So this can carry up to 20 people, and it can also transport goods. So you can configure it for goods transport
3
within
rows?
the city, or transport
1, 2,
of
3,
up to
4,
20
5,
people at a
6,
time.
7, 14.
So this is gonna. The Robovan is what's gonna.
Oh, the people can
solve
stand up
for
too, I guess.
Identity. So if you want to take a sports team somewhere, or you're looking to really get the cost of travel down to, I don't know, 5
The part
10
I
cents a
really
mile.
want to see, I want to go back to, was the robot cleaners, because you have Optimus. Where were the robot cleaners? We got dancing. It's further back. Maybe. You showed robots vacuuming out the cars, which I think logistically is like that's the challenge. Because people are not going to want to loan out their cars if they're going to come back filthy.
But hopefully.
There
yeah,
it is.
Exactly. So the robotaxi has no plug.
Always charge. Okay. So inductive charging, always charged, always clean. And I want to know where these robot cleaning stations are going to be.
Goes over the inductive charger and charges. So,
but this is a critical part here
kind of how it should be.
keeping the thing clean. Yeah. Okay. So that's logistically, that's actually really hard, and companies are having to deal with that. But I guess just build a bunch of robots, and before the car comes back to you, it can go charge itself.
I think everyone.
And then Optimus. Optimus is crazy. Optimus is what is going to potentially make Tesla a you know, $10 trillion company. Like, if you go watch iRobot, like that U.S. robotics biggest company in the world, richest guy in the world, that's Elon. That's if they can pull this off, if they can make this actually work, you know, robot manufacturing and everything, and it's just crazy town. The stuff that, like, it's going around in the human, like, butler assistant stuff is like, okay, fine, that's kind of interesting because that's what people have seen in movies and stuff, but that's not where the interesting stuff for Optimus is. It's all manufacturing, packing boxes for Amazon, all the crap jobs that people do that make our lives easier that you shouldn't have to do, right? Carrying stuff in from the grocery, like this, carrying stuff in from the grocery store, you know, putting away food, putting away a self-unloading dishwasher sort of thing, folding laundry, that stuff. But really, it's jobs, working in a mine, like depending on how sturdy these things are. Like, you know, could you send them in to a house that's on fire instead of firefighters, or have them working in you know, dangerous places, fixing power lines, stuff like that. Like, that's the jobs where Optimus is really going to be interesting, and we'll see what they do with that. The robot butler thing is like, okay, that's kind of cool, but especially if you can buy one for $25,000. Like, think of like at-home care for elderly parents. That would be huge. You know, and there's no reason it couldn't do that. Help out, you know, I've fallen and I can't get up, sort of thing. And you have the robot that can come help them get up, help them make dinner, make sure things are okay, all that. So that's where the strength of that is going to be. And I think they're really underselling that here, because he's mentioned before that Optimus is working in the factories right now, and it's like, why aren't you showing that? Instead, we just get dancing. I mean, dancing robots is cool, and if they can do this, then they can certainly pack boxes for Amazon. So there you go. So there's the robot cabs. Oh, and this is afterwards. This is just video of people trying them out. Volume got loud again. So, yeah, let's just watch this for a minute and see if there's anything interesting in here. People going for demo rides. So they said launching full self-driving unsupervised launching in California and Texas next year, because they've got a regulatory environment that's friendly, apparently. The irony... What is happening? Is that an Optimus with a cowboy hat on making some strings? Oh, come on, show me more of that. Yeah, it comes back. Optimus in suspenders. What? I don't even know what to say to that. That's crazy town. And it's waving. This is gonna seem, we're gonna like watch this video in 20 years and this is gonna be so quaint. That van is cool. I mean, the van stuff and the car stuff is really smart. That's predictable. The crazy town stuff is the robot. I wonder if people are controlling that. There has to be someone with a laptop controlling that. I mean, maybe not, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if they can pull off those robots and make them do crap manual tasks, then that's super impressive. Alright, let's see if there's anything else in here. Just a big crowd of people. Oh, handing out gift bags. Chocolates, robots walking around, being carefully watched over by people. Okay. Handing out gift bags. I mean, that's difficult to do. That takes a lot of finger dexterity to pick them up. They may be responding to what people are doing. Like, if you give it a thumbs up, it gives you a thumbs up. That's a lot of finger dexterity there. That's really impressive. Because you have to be able to pick stuff up and not crush it. It's really hard to do. Ridiculous dancing robots. Yeah, I mean, this is a silly demo, but it's impressive. All right, that's it. I think that's most of the excitement here. They got regular Teslas rolling around too. Those are in FSD mode. Chocolates and party favors going out. Well, I'm sure there'll be plenty more to see here. But that is the Wii Robot event, and I don't know if the future is now, but he said next year, cars in Model 3, Model Y, and other Tesla vehicles will be full self-driving unsupervised in California and Texas. Other states presumably coming, based on the regulatory environment. We'll see what that means. This thing, he said before 2027, so 2 years, 2.5 years, that feels doable. I mean, if they can get full self-driving unsupervised running reliably, then presumably they can do it. And they're building out Giga Texas to do that. So we'll see. But that's the Tesla event. And yeah, you know, the Robotaxi is cool and everything, and the big van, and you know, they'll probably run that on you know, Uber's network or something, because they can, but maybe not. Maybe they'll just run a Tesla network. I don't know why you need to reinvent the wheel when you already have a perfectly good platform in Uber that's open, like Waymo's running Uber rides and stuff. So could be the same thing. But yeah, I think the real story here is the robot, and that's where a lot of the value proposition is going into the future, because they can make this thing do anything. A lot of jobs that you don't want to do. Is he talking to it? Or was he talking to the guy? Ah, that's interesting. I wonder if they were being remotely controlled. Oh well. Anyway, that's it. So, thanks so much for watching. And you know, it's the first time I'm trying this, so we'll see if there was much interest. We can do it again sometime. There's only so many Tesla events, but yeah, good times. Thanks, folks. My name's Jordan Golson. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, and have a great day or a good night, whatever. Bye bye.